In this video, I will talk about Bitcoin, and what I'm going to tell you may shock you. Believe me, no one has explained it to you this way before. Lately, Bitcoin has once again become a topic everyone is talking about, and as of December 25th, the value of one Bitcoin is approximately $87,731 Of course, this is not investment advice, and I must clearly state that. While some people see a future in Bitcoin, others believe everything could disappear all at once. What makes Bitcoin so fascinating is precisely this mystery and uncertainty, and this is exactly the point that truly deserves attention. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency invented in 2008 by an unknown individual or group using the nickname Satoshi Nakamoto. When it was released as open source software in 2009, it began to attract public interest. The main reason Bitcoin emerged was government's inability to properly manage inflation and the fact that the existing monetary system had begun to crack. According to Satoshi, a monetary revolution was necessary. So, who was this Satoshi Nakamoto? Satoshi Nakamoto announced that he had been working on a project called Bitcoin and that he had completed it. Directly beneath this announcement, he shared a PDF document explaining the project in detail. This document became the first white paper in the cryptography community. A white paper is a technical document that explains the problems a project aims to solve, the proposed solutions, and the technical details behind them. The problem identified in the Bitcoin white paper was the global banking system. Satoshi wanted to create a decentralized electronic cash system and argued that there was a strong need for such a system. A total of 21 million Bitcoins would ever exist, and this number could never be increased. Just like gold, Bitcoin was limited in supply, and this was one of the factors that made it valuable. Bitcoin was developed by anticipating the flaws of the existing global banking system. This new technology began to grow rapidly among people. In 2010, the first Bitcoin transaction took place. That same year, the famous $25 pizza order was made in exchange for 10,000 Bitcoins. By the end of 2010, Bitcoin's value had increased tenfold. In 2011, Bitcoin began gaining global recognition, and as demand grew, its value increased tenfold once again. After 2012, it started attracting the attention of people dealing with digital assets. In 2013, Bitcoin surged again, reaching the $1,000 level. However, after this period, due to its traceability limitations, it began being used in illegal activities and negative news started to appear. Bitcoin maintained its value until around 2018. What happened after that, we all already know. What truly caught people's attention was not just Bitcoin's emergence, but the figure behind it, the mind that created this system. Who was Satoshi Nakamoto, a figure who introduced a technological breakthrough comparable to the invention of the telephone? Why did he never reveal himself and simply disappear? Gavin Andresen was one of the developers to whom Satoshi entrusted Bitcoin's security keys. In 2010, Satoshi's name appeared alongside Gavin's on Bitcoin's official website. But one day, Satoshi removed his email address from the site. This was a clear sign that he wanted to disappear. When Gavin received an invitation to speak at a conference, Satoshi sent him a message saying, "I wish you would continue referring to me as a mysterious, shadowy figure. The press might see Bitcoin as a pirate currency." After this message, no further communication came from Satoshi. Bitcoin's creator had completely vanished. His final known message was dated October 13, 2010. So, who was Satoshi Nakamoto really? The first strong candidate was Hal Finney. He was the first person to announce Bitcoin on Twitter and also the first person to receive a Bitcoin transaction. He was a cryptographer and a programmer. However, he was diagnosed with ALS and passed away in 2014. Interestingly, the year Hal Finney died was also the last year Satoshi Nakamoto was active. Another candidate was Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto. His real name was literally Satoshi Nakamoto, and he was a Japanese-born physicist. However, he denied all claims. Moreover, in a message sent in 2014, Satoshi explicitly stated, "I am not Dorian Nakamoto." Another name was Craig Wright, who publicly claimed, "I am Satoshi Nakamoto." However, his failure to provide solid proof and his contradictory statements caused him to lose credibility. Among all these names, one of the strongest candidates is Nick Szabo. Szabo's BitGold project was strikingly similar to Bitcoin. He had been working on decentralized money concepts since 1998. Interestingly, after Bitcoin gained popularity, he almost completely stopped his research. When writing styles, word usage, technical structure, and white paper similarities are compared, there are significant overlaps between Nick Szabo and Satoshi Nakamoto. In my opinion, Nick Szabo is the strongest candidate for being Satoshi Nakamoto. However, one thing must be remembered. Who created Bitcoin is not the most important question. What truly matters is why it was created. Perhaps this is exactly why Satoshi Nakamoto chose to remain hidden. At the bottom of the pyramid is the general public. In the middle are politicians and major business figures. At the top are those who are never seen. We know that 1% of the world's population owns nearly half of global wealth. This structure is extremely secretive and very difficult to unravel. Through cryptocurrencies, money can move invisibly. Values can rise suddenly, collapse instantly, and billions of dollars can be made. If all of this is possible, why wasn't Bitcoin banned? Why was this currency, used even on the deep web, allowed to exist? Perhaps Bitcoin was the most perfect invention of this century. Or perhaps everything was planned. Of course, these are just my opinions. So what do you think? Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Could Bitcoin have a purpose beyond what we've been told? Let's discuss it in the comments. See you next time.